Ethan Caldwell approached his ranch one sunny afternoon, only to be met with an unsettling sight. His gate was sealed shut by the Pinewood Hills Homeowners Association. A wave of disbelief washed over him, quickly followed by anger and frustration. The vibrant life he envisioned for his property felt threatened in that moment as he stood before the imposing barrier. Clutched in his hand was a violation notice, detailing the HOA's claims against him, a stark reminder of their authority and the lengths they would go to enforce their rules. This notice was not just a piece of paper, it symbolized a direct challenge to his rights as a property owner. As Ethan read the words, a fire ignited within him, foreshadowing the fierce battle that lay ahead. A struggle not just for his ranch, but for the very principles of freedom and justice he held dear. His dream of cultivating a peaceful life on his ranch soon collided with the stringent rules imposed by the Pinewood Hills Homeowners Association. The HOA's relentless enforcement of regulations threatened not only Ethan's vision for his property, but also raised significant questions about individual property rights and community governance. Ethan Caldwell's transition from the bustling corporate life of Seattle to his family's sprawling ranch was a return to his roots, steeped in nostalgia and beauty. Nestled among rolling hills and vibrant wildflowers, the ranch was a sanctuary that echoed his childhood memories of carefree days spent exploring the vast landscape. The air was crisp, filled with the scent of pine and the sounds of nature, offering Ethan a profound sense of peace that he had longed for amidst the chaos of city life. Initially, he reveled in the tranquility, relishing the freedom to shape his own destiny away from the corporate grind. However, this idyllic existence was soon disrupted by the looming presence of the Pinewood Hills Homeowners Association. As Ethan settled into his new life, he remained unaware of the challenges that would soon arise, testing his resolve and commitment to preserving the sanctuary he cherished. Ethan Caldwell's sense of peace was shattered when he received an official notice from the Pinewood Hills Homeowners Association, outlining a series of demands that felt both unreasonable and intrusive. The document detailed unexpected fees for landscaping and maintenance, along with strict guidelines that seemed to undermine his ownership rights. As he read through the notice, disbelief washed over him. How could the HOA exert such authority over his property? The realization that his dream of ranch life was now entangled in bureaucratic red tape left him feeling trapped. At the center of this conflict was Margaret Hensley, the HOA president, whose unwavering commitment to enforcing the association's rules made her a formidable antagonist. Her relentless pursuit of compliance only fueled Ethan's determination to challenge the HOA, setting the stage for a confrontation that would test his resolve and redefine his understanding of property rights. "Mr. Caldwell," she said during their first meeting, stepping out of her polished gray Lexus, "I thought we should meet, given you're new to our community." "My ranch isn't part of your HOA," Ethan replied, his voice calm but sharp. "There's no agreement, no jurisdiction." Her smile didn't reach her eyes. "Everyone here complies. You don't want to be the neighbor who drags our community down." Ethan Caldwell's first encounter with Margaret Hensley, the Pinewood Hills HOA president, was charged with tension from the outset. Margaret exuded an air of authority, her demeanor cool and unyielding, as she greeted him with a practiced smile that barely masked her condescension. She approached the meeting with a rigid adherence to the HOA's rules, outlining the association's expectations with a tone that suggested compliance was non-negotiable. As Ethan listened, his instincts as a former corporate lawyer kicked in. He began to dissect her words, searching for loopholes and inconsistencies. The conversation quickly escalated, revealing the stark divide between his vision for his ranch and the HOA's rigid regulations. Each exchange heightened the tension, as Ethan felt the weight of Margaret's unwavering stance against his aspirations. This initial meeting marked the beginning of a contentious relationship, foreshadowing the battle that lay ahead for Ethan and his property rights. As the days turned into weeks, the harassment from the Pinewood Hills Homeowners Association escalated, with Ethan Caldwell receiving a barrage of violation notices that felt increasingly absurd. Each letter detailed fines for alleged infractions, from unapproved fence colors to the height of his grass, all designed to intimidate him into submission. Despite the mounting pressure, Ethan's determination to fight back only grew stronger. He refused to let the HOA dictate the terms of his property ownership. In the midst of this turmoil, he found an unexpected ally in Clara Thompson, a fellow ranch owner who had faced similar challenges. Clara's unwavering support and shared experiences provided Ethan with both encouragement and practical advice on navigating the HOA's tactics. Together, they began to strategize, bolstering Ethan's resolve to stand up against the relentless harassment and reclaim his right to enjoy his ranch in peace. "Margaret's been pushing people around since she got here," Clara told him over coffee at the general store. "Most folks just pay the fines or sell out, but I think you might be the one who finally stands up to her." Determined to legally challenge the Pinewood Hills Homeowners Association, Ethan Caldwell dove into his parents' records, meticulously searching for any documentation that could support his case. Among the dusty files, he discovered an exemption clause that hinted at his family's long-standing rights to the property, igniting a spark of hope. To navigate the complexities of the legal battle ahead, Ethan enlisted the help of Nathan Pierce, a seasoned legal advisor with experience in property disputes. Nathan's expertise proved invaluable as they strategized together, dissecting the HOA's claims and formulating a robust defense. Ethan meticulously outlined his arguments, focusing on the exemption clause and the HOA's overreach. With Nathan's guidance, he prepared to counter the association's tactics, ready to assert his rights and reclaim the peace he sought on his ranch. This newfound determination marked a pivotal moment in Ethan's journey, setting the stage for an impending showdown. "Retroactively claiming your land?" Nathan laughed. "That's not just illegal, it's laughable, but it's also dangerous. Let's hit them with everything." The day of the confrontation arrived, and tension hung thick in the air as the HOA representatives arrived at Ethan Caldwell's ranch. Their presence felt like an invasion, a stark reminder of the ongoing conflict that had consumed his life. As they stepped onto his property, Ethan stood firm, his resolve unwavering despite the pressure mounting around him. The representatives, led by Margaret Hensley, wasted no time in reiterating their demands, their tone condescending and authoritative. But Ethan, fueled by his research and the support of Nathan Pierce, refused to back down. He articulated his stance clearly, emphasizing the stakes involved, not just his ranch, but the fundamental rights of property owners against overreach. The confrontation was charged with emotion, each word exchanged heightening the stakes of the battle ahead. Ethan knew that this moment could define not only his future, but also the principles of justice he was fighting to uphold. "This is trespassing," Ethan said calmly, as HOA Security Chief Bruce Tanner stepped onto his land, snapping pictures. "And if you don't leave, I'll make sure your face is on every affidavit we file." As the court proceedings began, Ethan Caldwell felt a wave of anxiety wash over him. The atmosphere was tense, and he quickly noticed the biased demeanor of the judge, who seemed predisposed to favor the HOA's slick presentation. The association's legal team, polished and confident, presented their case with an air of superiority, making Ethan's arguments feel small and insignificant in comparison. Frustration bubbled within him as he grappled with the complexities of the legal system, realizing how daunting it could be for an individual against a well-funded organization. However, amidst the challenges, Ethan found solace in the growing support from his community. Friends and neighbors filled the courtroom, their presence a powerful reminder that he was not alone in this fight. Their encouragement fueled his determination, reinforcing his belief that standing up against the HOA was not just about his ranch, but about protecting the rights of all property owners in Pinewood Hills. A pivotal moment in Ethan Caldwell's battle against the Pinewood Hills Homeowners Association came when he uncovered evidence of the HOA's illegal boundary claims. While reviewing property maps and historical documents, he discovered discrepancies that revealed the association had overstepped its authority, encroaching on his land. This revelation ignited a renewed sense of hope within him. With the help of Nathan Pierce, Ethan meticulously gathered evidence, including surveys and testimonies from neighbors, to bolster his case. As word spread about his findings, the community began to rally around him, their involvement growing stronger. Neighbors who had once felt powerless now joined the fight, attending court hearings and sharing their own experiences with the HOA's overreach. This collective support not only provided Ethan with the resources he needed, but also shifted the tide in his favor, transforming his struggle into a community-wide movement for justice and property rights. "They can't buy silence forever," Lily told him after unearthing leaked emails between the HOA and local officials. "Dad, this isn't just about your ranch. It's about everyone's." The climax of Ethan Caldwell's conflict with the Pinewood Hills Homeowners Association erupted during a tense confrontation with Margaret Hensley and her team, accompanied by local police. As tensions flared, Ethan stood resolute, flanked by a united community that had rallied behind him. The atmosphere crackled with anticipation as he presented the evidence of the HOA's corruption, exposing their illegal boundary claims and manipulative tactics. The police, initially there to maintain order, began to recognize the community's unity and the legitimacy of Ethan's claims. As the truth unfolded, the tide turned decisively against the HOA. The resolution came swiftly. The judge ruled in Ethan's favor, declaring the HOA's actions unlawful. This victory not only restored Ethan's rights, but also sent a powerful message about the importance of community solidarity against corruption, inspiring others to stand up for their own rights and fostering a renewed sense of empowerment within Pinewood Hills. "You don't remember me, do you?" Ethan told Margaret as she was led away in cuffs. 20 years ago, you stole my parents' savings in Seattle. I never forgot." Her shocked expression was the only apology he ever received. If you found inspiration in Ethan's fight for justice, we invite you to engage with our channel. Please subscribe, like, and share this video to spread awareness and empower others facing similar struggles. Thank you for watching Work Story. See you in the next one.